Jaya Gurudatta, Paramatmane Namaha. Sandhya Vandanam is a great concept and practice in the Indian traditions. It is mistaken as a restricted ritual for few communities, whereas it is not. This is a universal phenomenon which is essential for every human being. What exactly is Sandhya Vandana? Sandhya is a juncture. It's a break. Break from what? Break from the routine. In easily understood terms of this contemporary technologies, let us take the analogy of the rebooting and cleanup in the personal computers, or probably in the mobile computers also, and the mobile tablets and smartphones. Once you have too many things clogging up, then you need to clean up. If there are too many programs which are running, too many threads going, then the multitasking would actually drag you down. And sometimes one of the processes will consume all your resources and you get bogged down. Even at that juncture, you need to clean up. So, how best are we cleaning up? So, this is the exact concept of Sandhya Vandana. As we are all aware, the body requires a maintenance schedule, maintenance down of at least say 20, one third of our time should go into the maintenance minimum. That goes into sleep. After your sleep, you are at your best. And then what happens next? Then you are starting all your errands. And once you start your errands, your daily work, daily routine, we are naturally prone to drift away from the natural events. If you are working in an office, if you are studying in a school, if you are teaching somewhere, and you are almost away from the nature because you are living in some man-made structures. So you have to bring closer to the daily celestial spectacles. What are they? The sunrise and sunset. Once you set your gaze on the sky and observe what is happening, then you will have some sort of inspiration. As it rightly said that to achieve anything, you require an element of inspiration. Even at least 1% of inspiration coupled with 99% of perspiration, the effort, hard effort, would yield the results. That is the natural trend in the society. So, once you set your sight on the spectacle, then you will have the inspiration. So, that is one Sandhya. Sandhya is a break, that juncture. And Sandhya Vandana is performed thrice a day. Once the sun is spotted as rising, and during the midday, and when the sun sets. These are the three important junctures that have been identified and time tested for these practices. Now let us understand the timing and what is the process of Sandhya Vandana. As we said, it is the cleanup. The Sandhya Vandana starts with actually checking. What is that check? Where exactly are you? And what is the time? And what is the purpose? These are the three things. The most important thing is clean up and please the Creator. Upartha Duritakshaya Parameshwara Preeti. In our acts and deeds, many a time we are bound to err. Sometimes deliberately, sometimes obliviously, we keep on repeating some of the mistakes. So these mistakes keep on accumulating it. If someone says that if you do not do Sandhya Vandana, you will be a sinner. What exactly does it imply? It does not mean that Sandhya Vandana will get you the punya. No, that is also not true. Sandhya Vandana will never get you any sort of merit. The maintenance schedule does not give you anything. It will only help you keep up yourself and work at your best. That is the concept of Sandhya Vandana. That is why It is prescribed and stipulated to be performed. Now the cleanup act, let's start with it. It is called Aghamarashana. Aghamarashana means to clean up all the acts that might have been committed by you in the past day or past night. That is the Aghamarashana. The second part is called the Arghya Pradana. In a way, this part of Arghya Pradana is linked up with the timing, not the other previous or the lateral parts of Sandhya Vandana. What exactly does it imply? When the sun is rising, once you spot the rising sun, then you should perform the Arghya Pradana. It should precede the sunrise, not during the sunrise or not after the sunrise. That is one important time. And along with the Arghya Pradana, there is one important, much overlooked process which is called the Aditya Abhidhyana. Just think about the great soul. Great soul means Paramatma, the greatest soul, who is actually inspiring the life in this body. It is none but him. Adityaha Asau Param Brahma, the great God, the great divinity which is prevalent in that celestial being, such as Surya, the sun, is also enlivening this soul and this body. That is the concept of Aditya Abhidhyana. That's very important one. The next part is the Upasana, Gayatri Mantra Upasana. With this, you are actually contemplating on that force which is actually impacting the thought process in you. That is the Gayatri Upasana. Once you recite the mantras, then the meaning of the mantra is actually doing rounds, permitting your mind, and your mind is fixed on something. And the last part is paying respects for all those around you and all those who are helping you survive and live. It starts from the great creator to your parents, to your elders, and of course the five elements and Bhumi, Akasha, Dhyava, Prithivi. And finally it concludes with the prayer that whatever best I am doing, it is actually reaching the great divinity, that is the Keshava. That is how Sandhya Vandana is relevant for everyone. And most importantly, when you reboot, your mind will actually get freshened up. That refreshment is very much essential for better functionality. That is how you should do the Sandhya Vandana. And moreover, when you are stressed out, when you are excited with an idea, when you are getting great opportunity, or probably when you are in a distress, you need to de-stress yourself. That de-stress is called Sandhya Vandana. So it's a concept and it's a practice and it's a prescription for all the thought process in your mind. So this reboot is called Sandhya Vandana. We all know that the cognitive process and the neurosciences departments have made many experiments on the human mind thought process. In that, the control of the mind is linked with our breathing process has been exceptionally proved. This is also called the Yoga Abhyasa. Once you say the Yoga Abhyasa has 8 parts, in which the external parts are asana and pranayama, the third one and the fourth one. Of course, yama and yama are the procedures and code of conduct for this life. And asana and pranayama are essential components which are externally visible. Sandhya Vandana has a provision for both these things, and they are the prerequisites. Sitting quietly and controlling your mind with the elongated breath process. Prana ayama is to elongate the breath. So even before starting the Sandhya Vandana process, actually the rituals, the first one is to just do the pranayama. It should not be a just mere eyewash or a just ritual. Actually, pranayama has to be meaningful. Once you do pranayama and elongate your breath and The thought process comes to a gradual halt, not to a grinding halt or a screeching halt. It comes to a gradual halt. Then the reboot process will start. Where I am, what am I doing, what should I be doing? So this is the gradual rebooting. Hence, Sandhya Vandana is essential for better upkeep of the mind. Let us try to practice it. It's a universal concept. It is not restricted to anyone, though the procedures vary from clan to clan, from community to community, and it has different sets of procedures. But the concept is relevant and it should be adopted by everyone because the best practices in the management are adopted worldwide, wherever they are. Since Sandhya Vandana is a life management practice which is relevant and applicable for everyone. Jaya Guru Datta.